He laid her on her back, stood on top of her with his shoes, and kept kicking her in the stomach very hard. Naturally, she would lose consciousness, but regained it with every kick, she said. As you are walking in, you are met with a line of thugs. They are not policemen, they are criminals. As you are going in, you are slapped on the back of the head or on your face. This is how they welcome you. He pushed my face to the ground and stepped on me like this. Then one of them pulled my niqab and the other blindfolded my eyes. They then chained my ankles together. He was kicking my face with his shoes and kept hitting me very hard. He kept slamming my head into the wall, and whenever I lost consciousness, he would step on my face with his shoes and press my face into the floor just like that. The officer would mash my face into the ground with his shoes. As a result of the brutal beatings, I could not feel my body. I was just on the floor. I had no idea whether he was hitting me with a belt or a whip or what. I did not know. Every time he hits me, something touched my body or my head like an electric rod. He pulled my hair so hard that the hair clip broke into my scalp, injuring me. He was pulling me so violently that I did not feel my feet touching ground, as if I was walking on air. We went into a room full of officers and soldiers where the molestation began. I realized why the girl was screaming. They insulted us and said things like, "Who do you think you are? We are going to kill you and eliminate you, just as we did with the people in Rabat." I said to him, "So you confess to killing the people in Rabat?" He told me to shut up and started hitting us with the handle of the gun on the head and the back. One was hitting me in the front and the other one on the back. They were competing which one will kick faster. They were at it until I bled from the front and back. When I felt the warm blood coming down, I asked if I could go to the bathroom because I was bleeding, of course after they were done beating me. They allowed me to go to the bathroom, but a male officer went with me inside and locked the door. I asked him where he was. He replied, "Right here with you." I asked, what did he mean by right here? I asked him to step outside so I can go to the bathroom. He said to just do it in front of him. I said, never mind. There were a lot of wounds on her body by a whip, that the skin was separated from the bones in too many places. He trampled her face so hard to the ground that the sand pierced her skin, and he repeatedly hit her legs and hands so hard that she was unable to move them. I told him I need to use the bathroom. While he had me blindfolded and handcuffed, he took me to the bathroom. He came into the bathroom with me. I told him that I couldn't do it if he stayed in with me. He said there was no problem. He could even unzip my pants for me. I told him I will not use the bathroom then. He said when you go to the state security they will undress and hang you. Then he insulted and hit me. Samia Shannon of Kardasa, they crammed the shoe into her mouth for 15 days straight while her hands tied up behind her back. She was so severely lashed that her skin was torn. Poor Samah, due to the brutal beating and torture, she is now insane. She wakes up screaming in the middle of the night, and during prayers she sings, dances, or even screams. I heard a guy unzipping his pants, and the prosecutor threatened me by saying that if I didn't comply, he will have the guy rape me and do all kinds of stuff to me, of course, because I had nothing to tell him. I was silent. He had his feet propped up close to my face, and they smelled horrible.